We don't want people to have to hear that. Ladies and gentlemen, let's prove there's an audience here today. Michelle Taylor.
Joe Daly, a wonderful audience, an audience of our listeners, of our clients, our community leaders. It is so exciting, and we did give them an opportunity. So we're not trying to say you guys are the lucky ones, but you're the lucky ones.
Yeah.
You made it.
Our healthcare professional on the show for so many years.
Yes,
Nurse Diane.
Nurse
is back here.
Diane.
Thank you, Nurse Diane.
The IS family,
The whole gang
entire
is here.
IS family is here from the
Professional Kid Comics over
That's
there,
right.
the two of them, they're
Really
terrific.
excited
Thank
to
you
have
for
them
everything
here.
musical. Mrs. We mentioned
Sure.
that. Carl Garofalo will be on display for a little while longer. Coming. Everybody talked about our McDonald's appearances over the years. We had a wonderful time with our friends at McDonald's. One of the big attractions, along with the fact that Michelle Taylor was there,
What?
was that you could get 92-cent hotcakes.
Yes,
the man that
good.
sold more 92-cent hotcakes than anybody else.
Bobby
Hotcakes right there.
There he is.
Bobby came to every broadcast and ate at least $14 worth of 92-cent hotcakes. It was terrific. One of the things we get a chance to do on this radio station, and we're so proud of this, is we have a management here that believes in the value of local radio. And part of what we do is provide the platform, the stage for local talent. And one way we do that every year is the Joe and Michelle Q92 Holiday Concert Series. And we just love getting a chance to do this. I know you don't hear it too often too many other places, if at all, but here in the Hudson Valley, it lives on in a big way, thanks to our friends, among others, like Quality Dental Care. Get the smile you've always wished for, QualityDentalSmile.com. Special guest of ours today for this very special program on our stage. We're thrilled to have her with us. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Mary Kay Messenger.
On merry little Christmas,
I'm going back to visit you. I will come up and visit you. Thank you so much. This is a real treat today.
Oh, it's a pleasure being here. It's an honor after all these years. You're retiring. I grew up listening to you.
Oh. And there we go. You have traveled all over the world, and you are a wonderful representative of this fine country of ours. And when you go out there and people say, "Who is that?" I always go, "I know her. That's Mary Kay Messenger." I mean, you've got to be still excited anytime you get a chance to be at a football stadium or in front of a big crowd. But you like being here just as much.
Oh, no, it all started local football games and in church is where it started, and singing for our veterans, which I do today, which my family laughs. What I did growing up, I ended up doing a job professionally, singing for our veterans in our country.
Isn't that wonderful?
And I love it. They're my favorite. And these intimate settings are the best in performing live.
You've got to love a story about someone who follows their passion. Here she is right here. It's just wonderful to have you here. You're going to do one more for us?
Yes.
What have you planned?
Sort of brought the West Point band with me. They don't know it, but they're going to hear it.
Oh, good. Mary Kay Messenger, everybody, right here on
I'm going
292.
to do a little sleigh ride. Soon. There we go. Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring, ting, tingling too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you. Yoo-hoo! Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Giddy up, let's go. Let's look at the show. We're riding in Wonderland all snow. Giddy up, it's grand. Just hold your hand. We're riding along with the song of a wintry fairyland. Our cheeks are nice and rosy and comfy cozy are we. We'll snuggle up together like two birds of a feather will be. Let's take that rosy chorus and sing a chorus or two. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. There's a birthday party at the home of Father Gray. It'll be a perfect ending of a perfect day. Singing the songs we love to sing without a single stop at the fireplace while we watch the chestnuts pop. Pop, 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 pop. There's a happy feeling nothing in the world can buy when they pass around the coffee and the pumpkin pie. You really seem like a picture print by Currier and Ives.
so much again. What a thrill it is to have you here.
Well, thank you for having me here. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, everyone, and be safe. We love you, Joe. We know you're not going to be far from us. We'll still be here on Saturdays.
You will. Thank you.
Thank
Mary Kay Messenger, everybody. More to come. We're not finished yet. We have so many people here in the audience, and thank you for being with us this morning. Michelle, you look out here.
Oh, yes.
You mentioned earlier you see so many friendly faces, familiar faces, some new friends, some old friends, and it makes it extra
It's
special.
really cool.
We're going to bring out one of our dearest friends in a moment to do something special, but before we do that, can I just take one moment to
Go
mention
right ahead.
somebody
Yes.
as I get choked up as we go along. When I first mentioned we were doing this, I was a little afraid of doing it on Christmas Eve because it's Christmas Eve. You know, people are doing things like decking the halls, the whole deal. But one of my friends said, I'll be there. And I said, I didn't tell you when. He said, I'll be there. And he is here in the back. Come up here just for a moment. Jim Stagnito. Radio's Jim Stag for many years. A long time ago, we had the chance to go to college together back at Ramapo College in Mahwah, New Jersey. I had the dream. You were already working in radio at the time.
That's right. That's how I put myself through school.
Working
local radio.
at the mighty 1500 spot in Pompton Lakes, New Jersey, serving Pequannock and Rochelle Park.
And not much else.
But there we were living the dream. I got the chance to work part-time. You were hosting The Happy Time with Jim Stagg.
That's right. 2 hours every day, whether I was there live or on tape. Didn't matter. The voice was there.
Back in those days, the tape was on reel-to-reel, and we started and stopped it as we played the album, and Jim would do the introduction.
That's right.
And hopefully we got the whole thing timed out just right. And I would follow Jim some days on the Joan Brooks Luncheon Club.
That's right. And we would back time things. You got to make yourself happy some way when you're in radio. And the way we would do it is to try to get things perfect. And it was a competition. I got it right on the top of the clock, Joe.
There you go. It was a game every day, but
That's right.
we were thrilled to be part of something that was extra special. It was local radio. And you went on to do New York City radio for a while on air.
A little bit. I was in engineering, still am in engineering in New York radio, but I got the opportunity to do part-time on air gigs, and it was a lot of fun.
We are backed up this morning. We have a wonderful engineering staff here at the radio station, as we are well aware. We talk about it often. But you brought some help here today, just in case. Who do we have here?
We have our Chief Technology Officer for New York Public Radio, Steve Schultes,
Right over there. Thank you, Steve.
and our Broadcast Engineering Manager for the same company, Steve Uckerman.
Steve Uckerman. Back in the day, we had Dave Rozak and Steve Uckerman were our two engineers back at the other radio station. I refer to them as Sparky and Buzz. That's Buzz, right there.
And as I recall, Buzz created the Wall of Science.
Yes, that was exactly it. We were so proud to walk into that room and say, I don't know what this is, but as long as we're on the air, we're thrilled to death about it. Thank you guys for being here today. Thank you.
Congratulations. Jim.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you. Uncle Jim and my girls. Jim Stagnito. A big part of the show, and Michelle will tell you this, he is in many ways the anchor for what we do. He's not only the anchor man, but he's the voice of reason, the stability in the morning show. When we're running from here to there and back again, the rock solid presence of Cameron Hendricks is so important.
What am I gonna do starting Thursday when I don't have to text him every morning? If he doesn't hear from me by 3:15, he has to call me.
Yes.
That's the rule.
Cameron is the fail-safe in case Michelle oversleeps for some
Yes,
reason.
he was always so good. Thank you.
And he was always there.
Yes, yes, and it's been quite a journey over the years. This is where I usually do my final newscast of the morning, and just to bring the mood really down, I wrote some sentimental verse. And Joe said, go ahead with it anyway.
I haven't heard it, but I trust you completely.
Yeah, well, over the last few weeks, Joe and Michelle have been hearing from so many people, so many great sentiments and emotions, phone calls, cards and letters, emails, Facebook messages. And last week, we had a phone call from a listener that really brought it all home. And so that inspired me to write this, and it's called A Phone Call from a Listener. It only goes 2 minutes, so it'll be over pretty fast. And my apologies and thanks to that listener. And Uncle Mike, if you would hit it, please.
Had to call today, your last day, because over the years you've been there for me in oh so many ways. When driving down Route 9 on my way to work, I know where I should be when you play Trivia Challenge, and if I'm not there yet, I know I'm running late. I like it also that Q92 plays wonderful music all year long, songs that really sound great. You play some of my favorite songs, including from Taylor Swift, Bruno Mars, and Katy Perry. And I really look forward each year to the week in November when you begin the Christmas music to help us all be merry. Holly Jolly Joe Daly and Michelle Tinseltown Taylor really help me get in the spirit. I sing along with each and every Christmas song, even though I don't know all the lyrics in it. Cameron with the news, Cindy with the traffic, and Mike Spiel with the weather. All that timely information, it doesn't get any better. You were there with me when my mother died, and I had to lean on you a lot then, my steady radio friends. It was more than a year through the grief and the tears before I was finally on the mend. You were there with me when my daughter was born, and even announced her birth on the air to help me share my joy. She turned 18 this year, and that was us a few weeks ago at the Galleria Mall, there to donate all her childhood toys. When I heard the news that the show would be no more, I didn't know what I would do, though I am sure the station will still be there, opening another chapter, something good and new. Joe Daly and Michelle Taylor, I wanted to let you know I was there with you every day from the very start. And now that the show is ending, you will forever be in my heart. You see, I am just a regular listener, and I had to call today, your last day.
Joe Shell, we love you.
Thanks so much. Sweetly done. Shannon Hendricks, everybody. And that's what this has been all about. It's not a radio show with entertainers and fans. It's been much closer than that. It's family. That's what this is all about. And look out, how many of you came to see us every event? When we asked for coats, you're there. When we asked for food, you're there. When we asked for toys, no question, you're there.